Hey, what's up, everyone, from wherever you're watching in the world tonight? We're Orphan No More, and we're really excited to invite you to this event. We released a new project today called Death Died, and the project celebrates and is an announcement of the death of death. Hebrews 2 tells us that Jesus died and in doing so defeated death. In his resurrection, not only death was defeated, but the fear of death that has gripped too many of us for too long. So enjoy tonight and join with us as we share through songs and stories and poems this incredible announcement that death has died.
Your truth breaks the tension when rage and mayhem surrounds. What land is void of your presence? I stand here on holy ground. Your truth breaks the tension when rage and mayhem surrounds. What land is void of your presence? I stand here on holy ground. Your love never runs out on me. Your love always surrounding me. When doubt and chaos are hounding me, great is the one whose love overcomes. Your cross lit up the darkness as death readied its crown. All hell had battled and bargained, but no grave could hold you down. Never runs out on me. Your love always surrounding me. When doubt and chaos are hounding me, great is the one whose love overcomes. Your love never runs out on me. Always surrounding me. When doubt and chaos are hounding me, great is the one whose love overcomes. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip on us. Fear has no grip. your sting?
Jesus.
Death, where is your sting?
Jesus.
Death, where is your sting?
Jesus.
Death, where is your sting? Your love never runs out on me. Your love always surrounding me when doubt and chaos are hounding me. Great is the one whose love overcomes. Your love never runs out on me. Your love always surrounding me when doubt and chaos are hounding me. Great is the one whose love overcomes. And your truth breaks the tension when rage and mayhem surrounds. What land is void of your presence? I'm found here on holy ground.
And some of the bystanders, hearing it, said, "Behold, he is calling Elijah." And someone ran and filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a reed and gave it to him to drink, saying, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to take him down." And Jesus uttered a loud cry and breathed his last. And the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. And when the centurion who stood facing him saw that in this way he breathed his last, he said, "Truly this man was the Son of God."
Come behold the one who hung with my shame upon his shoulders. With his final breath he won. The war on death is done and over. By his stripes we have been healed. Free to live now and forever. And at his name the darkness yields and trembles before him in his splendor. Oh God, give me 1,000 lifetimes to hear the story of that day when hell surrendered as heaven rendered death without the power of his grave. Death without the power of his grave. Now come behold the empty tomb, a shadowed cave bathed in the morning, with resurrection in the room. Oh, Christ in me, the hope of glory, and seas will part and mountains move. For I have seen a new day dawning. Oh, come Lord Jesus, come back soon. Creation waits to bow before you. Oh God, give me 1,000 lifetimes to hear the story of that day when hell surrendered as heaven waited. without the power of its grave. Death without the power of its grave.
Son of David, son of man, God with us who understands all I feel in flesh and bones. Walk with me until I'm home.
Son of David, son of man, God with us who understands all I feel in flesh and bones. Walk with me until I'm home. Walk with me until I'm home. Oh God, give me 1,000 lifetimes to hear the story of that day when hell surrendered as heaven rendered death without the power of its grave. Death without the power of its grave.
Chains are broken. You met our every need when you hung upon the tree. Death died when you rose in victory. Death died when you rose in victory. Ooh, 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 ooh. You took our stains and washed us clean. It's by your blood we stand redeemed. You call us out as royalty. In you we have the victory. In you we have the victory. It is done. It is finished. Love has won. Our chains are broken. You met our every need when you hung upon the tree. Death died when you rose in victory. Death died when you rose in victory. In your unflinching love, you took on death and won. The healing work is done. The Lamb has overcome. In you we have the key to stand in victory. In all authority, singing we have overcome. In your unflinching love, you took on death and won. The healing work is done. The Lamb has overcome. In you we
On the first day of the week, at early dawn, they went to the tomb, taking the spices they had prepared. And they found the stone rolled away from the tomb. But when they went in, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were perplexed about this, behold, 2 men stood by them in dazzling apparel. And as they were frightened and bowed their faces to the ground, the men said to them, "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here, but has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee, that the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and on the 3rd day rise." And they remembered his words, and returning from the tomb, they told all these things to the 11 and to all the rest. Now it was Mary Magdalene and Joanna, and Mary the mother of James, and the other women with them, who told these things to the apostles. But these words seemed to them an idle tale, and they did not believe them. But Peter rose and ran to the tomb. Stooping and looking in, he saw the linen cloths by themselves, and he went home, marveling at what had happened.
Fill my lungs with a song of Easter morning, a song about the love that's overcome. Fill my eyes with the tears of one who knows in the cavern of their soul that it is done. Christ left the glory of his home, chose a splintered cross instead of thrones. He died the death that saved me, descended into Hades, broke the walls that caged me, and he did not leave alone. Fill my heart with a wonder for the gospel, to help a world so hostile know that it's true. We are loved and we've never been forgotten by God who gave it all to make us new. Christ left the glory of his home, chose a splintered cross instead of thrones. He died the death that saved me, descended into Hades, broke the walls that caged me, and he did not leave alone. Christ left the glory of his home and chose a splintered cross instead of thrones. He died the death that saved me, descended into Hades, broke the walls that caged me, and he did not leave alone.
The dawn came like it always does, oblivious to the terror and the tragedy the night brought. And I stood there on the precipice, watching death win, as I witnessed my greatest hope collapse. Everything I knew crumbling at my feet. And the morning arrived with no promise of new beginnings, and my faith flew from my hands with no promise of returning. I stood at the door of a grave, only aware of the deafening disappointment, and the cold air took my breath with it as I received an unexpected invitation from the one I thought would never return. resurrecting my greatest grief and giving me something far better. And often when we close the book and put it on the shelf, heaven has a way of opening up the pages again to reveal the mystery we missed in the margins, and that's what he did. Stood at the footnote of every tragedy we thought would defeat us. Stood for the marginalized, the less than, the women at the grave, and said it was you. It has always been you.
Christ left the glory of his home and chose a splintered cross instead of thrones. He died the death that saved me, descended into Hades, broke the walls that caged me, and he did not leave alone.
Now that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came up and walked along them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you the only one visiting Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened in these past days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. And what is more, it's the 3rd day since all this took place. In addition, some of our women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the woman had said, but they did not see Jesus." He said to them, "How foolish are you, and how slow to believe all the prophets have spoken? Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was solid in all scripture concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going farther. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening, the day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?"
Oh Lord, open my eyes. I wanna see, I wanna see. Draw me into the light through the veil of my pain and haunting defeat. You've always been here. You've never left me. You've always been here. You won't forget me. Oh, now I see where joy and sorrow meet. I can receive the fullness of your peace, the fullness of your peace.
I woke up drunk from my dreams with a scene of your bloodied body playing on repeat. So tearing at my seams, I stumbled into the street, distraught inside by the darkened skies, traumatized by the rabbi's cries and the thought of religion without Christ. Surrounded by so many bright lights that my eyes began to bleed, I was dazed. dwarfed by a plethora of new isms and ideologies. Theology without the word ever embodied was making my head spin like I was swimming on ice. So my feet found the road and I reluctantly journeyed home, consumed by sorrow and inflicted by my hollow mind. My two blind eyes were deceived. I grieved your loss as you unraveled from Genesis to Malachi, the truth that you've always been. You're the story within the story, the crescendo and the climb.
Oh Lord, open my eyes. I wanna see, I wanna see. Draw me into the light through the veil of my pain and haunting defeat. You've always been here. You've never left me. You've always been here. You won't forget me. Oh, now I see where joy and sorrow meet. I can receive the fullness of your peace. The fullness of your peace.
God knows I've had vision without sight. Maybe that's why you had to blind Paul before he could see. Maybe that's why it's children that know best how to receive. Last year, it was so easy to forget. But lately I've been catching my breath, because when I breathe deep, I'm right back on that road. And every high place is bowing low, and you're putting flesh on dry bones. So I'm leaving certainty for the fire that you put in souls. God knows I need some fire in my soul, like I'm standing on Emmaus Road and there's a fire stirring in my soul. There's a fire stirring in my soul.
Oh Lord, open my eyes. I wanna see.
'Cause I wanna see.
I wanna see. Draw me into the light through the veil of my pain and haunting defeat. You've always been here.
Oh, you've always been there.
You've never left me. You've always been here. You won't forget me. Oh, now I see
Now I see
where joy and
where joy and sorrow meet.
I can receive.
Oh, I can receive
the fullness of your peace.
the fullness of your peace.
The fullness of your peace.
I can receive the fullness of your peace.
Now Thomas, one of the 12, called the twin, was not with them when Jesus came. So the disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and place my finger into the mark of the nails, and place my hand into his side, I will never believe." 8 days later, his disciples were inside again, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger in here and see my hands, and put your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." Thomas answered to him, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed.
I'm sitting at the table, but I'm convinced there's not enough for me here. I'm waiting at the door, I don't knock, 'cause I fear that no one's there. Oh, it's hard to believe when death is what I've seen come again. Jesus, please rip the veil, help me see. Oh, Jesus, show me the holes in your hands, the scar in your side, so I know you're alive. Oh, Jesus, I've been down in a bit, just like Thomas did. Still you appeared to him. I'm doing all the right things, but I question whether if you even care. Are you the God that's with me? Emmanuel, are you there? Oh, it's hard to believe when death is what I've seen come again. Jesus, please rip the veil and help me see. Oh, Jesus, show me the holes in your hands, the scar in your side, so I know you're alive. Oh, Jesus, I've been down in a bit, just like Thomas did. Still you appeared to him. Oh, Jesus, show me the holes in your hands, the scar in your side, so I know you're alive. Oh, Jesus, I've been down in a bit, just like Thomas did. Still you appeared to him. So appear to me. Oh, appear to me. Be real to me. I wanna see. Oh, I believe, come near to me. Be real to me. Oh, appear to me. Oh, Jesus, show me the holes in your hands, the scar in your side, so I know you're alive. Oh, Jesus, I've been down in a pit, just like Thomas did. Still you appear to him. So appear to me.
I'm in search of good news that could move me in a dancing in the middle of the street. Have me swaying like the branches in a cold and restless breeze. Oh, I used to search for answers, now I'm yearning to be free. Like a shipwrecked man in search of land on unforgiving seas. I'm in search of good news that could bring a mighty empire crashing to his knees and raise the head of the oppressed, bringing strength unto the weak. Used to try and find the words to say now. I don't wanna speak, 'cause every moment is as holy as the ground beneath my feet. Or could it be true? Or could it be true that all of my searching has led me to you? Oh Jesus, nothing but Jesus. You're the fullness of God, and the good news is you. I'm in search of good news, bearing witness to the longing that's pulsing through my bones, that we're all loved and belonging to a Father's heart and home. Used to want the golden ticket, now I want a bigger door. So there's no one left believing that they could not be restored. I'm in search of good news that's interweaving mercy and justice like a robe, thrown with each act of forgiveness, selfless love and hope. Used to try and save myself, but now I'm helpless and amazed. Though I fall 1,000 times a day, I keep falling into grace. Could it be true? Or could it be true that all of my searching has led me to you? Oh Jesus, nothing but Jesus. You're the fullness of God, and the good news is you. I'm in search of good news that could stare down every fear with eyes burning in love, and strip death of his power to separate us. Used to wanna get to heaven, now I see heaven's right here. And the kingdom is coming, oh the kingdom is near. Oh, yeah, the kingdom is coming, yeah, the kingdom is near. Well, could it be true? Well, could it be true that all of my searching has led me to you? Oh Jesus, nothing but Jesus. You're the fullness of God, and the good news is you. You're the fullness of God, and the good news is you.
You broke the bread, you poured the wine, you gave thanks, and then your life, so that all would finally know the fullness of the love of God. I wanna love like you, give thanks like you, lay down my life for someone else like you. Let my heart abide in the heart of Christ, and lead me in your love. Lord, lead me into love. Oh, in your love. everything that you've done. More than hollow words, more than empty songs. Let our love be a grateful response.